That brings us to resolution number 2 for India, curb corruption. This is something that India suffers from, we all know that. And while some Scandinavian countries have had an exceptional record on fighting corruption, it makes more sense for us to look at a developing country. Enter China. According to the Corruption Perception Index compiled by Transparency International, India and China are in similar ranks when it comes to corruption. But China has taken decisive steps in this direction. President Xi Jinping has made it his personal mission. He set up a national supervision committee to monitor graft among common people. He launched 2 major programs, Operation Fox Hunt and Catching Tigers and Flies. Let me tell you about them. Operation Fox Hunt is a global covert anti-corruption drive by the government of China. It aims to bring back Chinese black money parked outside the country and catch economic fugitives. A 2011 internal report of China's central bank said that 8 lakh crore rupees, 8 lakh crore in black money was parked outside China. A government investigative agency called the Central Commission for Discipline in Inspection, or CCDI, launched Operation Fox Hunt. This was to nab these people. In 3 years, they brought 2,000 people back to China. 350 of them were government officials. They repatriated people even from countries which did not have a legal agreement with China. The agency dispatched agents to meet economic offenders outside China. They were threatened, some of them were enticed, many of them had family in China. And then the government worked with local agencies to build cases against these fugitives. That's how they operated. At home, the Chinese government said that it would catch tigers and flies. Tigers are high-ranking officials, flies are small-level civil servants. Communist Party secretaries in several provinces were sacked. 6 senior leaders in the Communist Party, at least 32 former and sitting Central Committee members, hundreds of provincial ministers, military personnel, bankers, stockbrokers, even TV anchors have been arrested in China for corruption. In the past few years, more than 1 million Communist Party members have been, quote-unquote, disciplined. Bribery, embezzlement, corruption, they have all been dealt with harsh punishments. Some call the laws draconian, but the effects are visible. Contrast this with India. There are corruption charges against ruling party members and opposition party members. Allegations of corruption in defense deals, allegations of corruption in law enforcement, opaque political funding laws, bank frauds, and yet laws in India are elementary to say the least. Demonetization aimed to root out black money, it failed. If the Harshad Mehta scam of the early 90s was based on bogus banker receipts, then Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi used dummy letters of understanding to scam a bank. Look at the numbers. I'm giving you just one example. 7 years back, more than 2,500 bank frauds were reported in India. They were worth 7,500 crore rupees. 2 years back, 2,800 frauds were reported, but they were worth 29,000 crore rupees. It's a 4-fold increase in 5 years. Sections of the global press have called China's actions authoritarian, but the government has been ruthless on corruption. 2 days ago, China's press declared victory against graft in 2019. Just the last year alone, over 5.5 lakh corruption cases were investigated in that country. Nearly 5 lakh people faced disciplinary action in China. Nearly $600 billion of illicit money was recovered. And then, look at India. Where corruption is institutionalized in politics, banking and business, India must fight graft in an objective manner like China. Only then India's economic gains can be consolidated.